Hey everyone, welcome back to Caesar's Freedom Stead. So today I wanted to go ahead and make a follow-up video, a part 2 if you will, to one of my previous videos of with your chainsaw, your bar with your chain getting stuck inside of your bar. Now I know this happens to a lot of people out there that regularly use their chainsaw, cutting down trees on your property, or you need to help someone down the street, or whatever you're doing with your chainsaw. It happens, your chain does get stuck in there. Now my last video, it kind of went around the point that, for me personally, I thought it was best to get a new chain. What's going on inside of your chain is that there are little burrs that are developing on the inside of your chain here, the inner portion, which I originally went over in the last video here. And for this video here, I want to go ahead and show you how to actually get those burrs out of there. For those of you who are do-it-yourselfers at home and maybe you're not like me, you want to go ahead and fix it. You don't want to go out and get a new chain, which is always easier for me. But since I know how to go ahead and get rid of these burrs here, I'm going to go ahead and share that knowledge with you so that you can go ahead and get this fixed at home. It's very, very easy. It does take a little bit of time if you want to do it the correct way. But it's very, very simple to do. There's really only one tool you need. All right, let's get started. All right, so we got our chain right here, and we got our bar. Now right here, this is one of my chains where it is not going in. It is getting stuck. And if you try to force it in there, this one won't actually go back in. So I used this chain when I was doing a big job on our property a while back, and I just went out and got a new chain. But this one definitely needs fixing. If I can fix this one, then I'll have two chains. I'll have a spare here. Now, these ones right here, as you can see, this one's not going in. This one right next to it is not going in either. Now, what you want to look for here, the issue, like I said, is there's burrs that develop in there. Now, what's a burr? Basically, what it is in layman's terms is that the metal that's on the inside of here has been damaged in some way. And so what you want to do is you got to look really closely here. It's usually easy to see. But you want to find out where that damage is. It's usually like a really, really small bent portion of metal or something like that. And you want to file that off. Now let's go ahead and see if we can take a look here together. Now, if you see on these here, these are the two that were damaged. All right. Now, I hope you guys can see that. But right here on the tip here, there's a little irregularity. The same on this one here, there's a little bit of an irregularity there. What I like to do sometimes is if the burr is pronounced enough, you can actually run your finger over it and you can feel a difference there. But even if not, just find the ones that are getting stuck in your chain and focus on those when you're filing it down. Now let's go to the next portion of what you got to do about these little burrs. Now again, if you don't see it on here, if it's just hard for you to see, go ahead and just try to stick it back in your bar and just find out which ones aren't fitting in there, and you have the ones that you got to fix. So let's get to the main part of action here. Now, when you're looking at your bar here, as before, when you wanted to figure out which ones have the burrs, what I like to do to make this very simple is put it back on your bar, figure out which ones aren't fitting. Like for instance, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. These three buddies right here aren't fitting. Those are the ones that we have to fix. Now I like to take a marker of some sort. You can use whatever color you want. Black is fine if you make it really distinguishable. I'm going to use a little red one here. You don't have to do this. This is just a nice little hack that I do to remember which ones it is. Because sometimes when you take this off the bar, you're looking around, you're like, oh gosh, which one was it again? So I like to use this here. I have my 3 here that aren't fitting. Yeah, put a little bit of a mark there. Mark there. Mark there. Okay. So I have 3. So I have 3 clear red dots on here. I don't know if you guys can see those. I hope you can. See those? Okay. Okay, everyone. I went ahead and put the little red dot on all the ones that need to be filed down, that need to be fixed. Now, the fix is, like I said, to file it. So what do you got to do to file it? So the only one tool that you need is right here. I like to use this metal file. I got this at one of the local home improvement stores, you know, for like, I think $7. It's very, very cheap. But this right here has been a lifesaver, especially with this chain I have right here. I've been using this chain for quite a while, and I've already gotten rid of burrs on there quite a few times and reused this chain here. Again, I like getting a new chain once in a while, but if you want to fix at home, this is the best way to do it. Now let me go ahead and show you up close there. I'm going to bring you guys over here to me, and I'm going to show you up close how you actually file it. Okay. All right, everyone hear me good? All right, good deal. All right, let's get this marker out of the way here. All right, we got our file, we got our chain here. Let's go ahead and look for, get this off the bar here first. All right, let's get him out of the way. Now let's go ahead and look for our little red dots. All right, so we have some right here. I know you can't see it up there, but I'm just going to point. We got red dots right here, got a red dot right there, got a red dot right over here. So, like I said, first things first, go ahead and take a look at it. If you don't see it right away, that is fine. These right here are actually pretty pronounced. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys a little closer because I think you can actually see these a little better, these burrs. Okay, everyone. So, now you look on these burrs here. I mean, look on this chain here. Now, do you see this right here? Okay? And you see these irregularities here? These right here is what I would consider burrs. Now, you can also do the feeling test, and it feels irregular as well. You can feel it like sticking up, okay? Now, that's that bent metal there I was telling you about. Over here, and over here. See, I have all three of these labeled here, because these are the ones that wouldn't stick. So it passes the feel test, and it passes the visual test. So there they are up close. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to file those down and kind of smooth them out. It's perfectly fine. Now, what I do want to tell you, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't do this in my last video. I didn't want to be responsible for anyone doing this the wrong way, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you the right way. Be very careful when you're filing these down. You don't want to damage them. So don't damage anything around these chain links here. Don't file this portion. Don't file the middle portion. You don't want to ruin the integrity at all of anything around these, because what will happen is, I mean, it's common sense. You ruin the integrity of your chain. When you're running your chainsaw, the chances of something going wrong is pretty high. So you want to be very careful and file just these portions here, just to get rid of those burrs. So I don't want anybody to have any accidents. So be very careful when you're filing. That's why sometimes I think it's best just to get a new chain, you know. But, you know, for the interest of this video, we're going to show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and get to the filing, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay. All right, so we're at these portions here that I just showed you before. Now, we're going to take a look at one of these links here. So we're going to look at this link. Put it right there so you guys can see. Now, I recommend just trying to use this front portion here, this top portion of your file. and you want to just smoothly run it across, like so. If you want to wear, extra gloves, that's fine. I usually just wear a glove with my working hand here. Now I'm feeling that with my thumb. It feels a heck of a lot better just with those few files right there. I don't feel the stick anymore of the metal. Okay, so that one's done. We're going to test that in a second to make sure it fits in there. But that one's pretty much done. Let me go ahead and feel the other side. I'm going to give the other side just one quick little one here. Okay, so that one's good to go. I don't feel anything left on there to file down. Like I said, you don't want to file if it doesn't need to be filed. You don't want to cause any extra damage. Now let's go to this next one here. Yeah, let's go to, here we go. Here we go, this one over here. So let's go ahead and give that a file. All right. Let's check the other side here to even it out, make sure nothing on that side. All right, good to go. Now, remember again, you don't want to do it too hard. You just want to file that irregularity off, okay? You don't want to cause any extra damage to it. Okay, now let's do this other one here, this third one. Okay, that one needed a little bit more than the others, but now that one feels pretty smooth. Let's see here. All right, so here's another one with a red dot. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the rest of these. That's exactly how you file those burrs. I'm going to take care of the rest of these. We're going to put it on the bar, and I'm going to show you how it fits well. Good problem to have. Couldn't find them because everything was moving really swell on there. So right here, here's my red dots. You guys can see that. All right, so these ones with the red dots, now see how easily they fit in there? They're not getting stuck. Now they're all fitting in there really, really perfectly well. You can see those there. So everything's moving really well. See that, everybody? Now, definitely put the red dot on there. As you can see, I was trying to demonstrate and I lost track of it. So, but by finding them, it was perfectly fine. So, definitely moving perfectly fine now. We got those burrs out. And, you know, again, just take your time. You know, let's put this down. So definitely, just take your time with it. It's no rush. You don't want to damage your chain. We'll just go back through everything again here. You know, go ahead and stick it in the bar. See which ones aren't fitting, and go ahead and put a little mark on there. Use a red marker, a black marker, whichever is going to help you distinguish what it is. And when you get it off the bar, you could do these two tests that I always do. The visual test, you should see some sort of irregularity in that metal there on either side of that inside portion. And you could do the field test. Okay, so you do the field test, and you can see it. Now, you could get your metal file here from any of the home improvement stores. Like I said, I got this for less than $10. I think, like I said, like $8, $7, $8 at a home improvement store. and has been one of the best tools for my chain. So using with the chainsaw. So along with my other tools that I keep with me when I use a chainsaw, I will keep the file with me as well in case something happens when I'm using the chainsaw. I could go ahead, take the chain off, and file it down right then and there. So definitely keep that on you if you're going somewhere, you know, a little bit further out from where you live. So if you want to see more of this content, if you want me to make more videos that are similar to this, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Put a thumbs up and definitely subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Well, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.